Hi people, if you are new here, my name is Mutombo and this is the video where I finally show you how I edit my videos. If the comments are any indication, you guys really love my editing style and this video is a highly requested video. Finally, I get to say that as a YouTuber. Highly requested video. Except if you guys were just gassing me up in the comments. This is the first video in a 2-video editing series. I actually show you exactly how I edit. We are actually going to edit a vlog in real time. The vlog that we edit together is going to be the next video that I upload on this channel after this one. So watch out for that if you want to see the finished product after all the hard work we are about to put in this video. I had to break this down into 2 parts because I really wanted you guys to see what goes through my mind and my thought process while editing. So these editing videos are going to be very long, but I promise you, just sit through them, watch my mouse movements, and also listen to the explanations that I am giving in the background. And I think you'll be able to pick up 1 or 2 things if you are a beginner in editing. If you can grasp some of the concepts and some of the methods that I use to achieve the effects that I have in my videos, you can apply them to any editing software. You must not necessarily use the same editing software that I use, but I would say that it will be much easier to apply these to editing softwares that you would use on a computer or on a laptop than to editing softwares that you would use on your phone, because some of these require that you really zoom into the timeline and edit second by second. Another thing that I want to mention before I plunge you guys into the editing version of me, who is very tightly wound and very serious, if I might add, is that video editing is one of the most demanding tasks that you can run on your computer. I'm not going to outrightly come and say that you need high specs on your computer to edit your videos, because you can actually manage with whatever you have for now. But I would advise that if you are starting out with editing, don't edit with other applications running in the background, because it would be too hard on your computer. Before I leave you, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up because it really helps this channel, and to subscribe if you want to see more content from me. Alright, so I trust that Mutombo from the future has already told you guys what we're doing today. I'm not here to laugh with anybody or to joke. We're here for business. I'm not smiling. The first thing I do when I'm editing is that I transfer all the footage that I need to work on from my memory card or from my phone into my computer. The important thing is that all the footage that you need to work on needs to be in one folder. The next thing I do is that I enter that folder and I right click anywhere in the folder. I go to sort by and I choose date. When I choose date, I right click again, I go to sort by and I go right down and I choose ascending, so that it should start from the first clip that you shot to the last clip that you shot. This will help you not run into problems when you're trying to figure out what happens before what. Alright, let's get straight into the editing software. I use Filmora9, Wondershare Filmora9, and I'm just going to put the price on the screen here. I'm quickly just going to show you guys my setup. I'm sitting here in front of my laptop. I have my computer mouse. My laptop is currently running Filmora9 by Wondershare. At this point, that is all you need. Let the editing begin. I have no idea why I'm being so dramatic. Alright guys, so this is what Wondershare Filmora looks like when you just open up your screen. I'm not going to go into explaining what each and everything is for right now. You'll just see me use it as we go along. We are going to edit an entire vlog together, so you see exactly what my process is, what my editing process is. Right now I'm just going to click on import and we are going to click on import media files. I'm going to import all of the files that I need for this particular vlog. That I don't import too many files at a time. It's just so I am not too overwhelmed. That's not too bad. I can manage these 20 files. We are going to edit the first clip, so I'll drag the first clip to our track and just go through it. To look at an entire clip from beginning to end, you just take your mouse and pull across this knob here. So I'm just going to look at the entire thing just to see what the entire clip looks like, see if there are parts that I need to cut out. I already know that I don't want to fast forward this clip because I have been making up my bed in many other vlogs and I want to change the way I do it a bit. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to find portions that I want to keep and then cut out the portions that I want to leave. Another thing that you want to learn when you are using an editing software is keyboard shortcuts. At this point, if I want to cut this track here, I can right click and click on split. Split is going to cut it, but next to split you will see that there is a keyboard shortcut which is Ctrl+B. So henceforth I'm going to be using Ctrl+B for cutting my clips. We have that. Then I start making the bed. Okay, so this is the next part I want to keep. I want to keep this. I don't want my body to be in the frame, so I'll cut it where my body is out of the frame. Alright, so I'm going to keep some of the footage of this bed being crumpled up like this. Okay, so I want some footage of the bed being straight. I'll cut out everything that I don't need. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to give an illusion of the bed making itself up. So the next thing I'm going to do is to remove all the sound. If you look at the bar down here, you see how the sound is represented in this small graph down here. So I'm going to drag that down to reduce the volume to 0. So I'm going to reduce all the sound here to 0, just so I can put some music over it. Alright, let's watch and see what this footage looks like right now. Alright, so it looks like the bed is making up itself, but I noticed that this first clip was too long, so I'll cut it short. Okay, even some of the other clips are still too long. You know, with YouTube, people have a very short attention span, so you need to keep things short. This particular one in the middle was a bit too long, so I'm going to cut it down. Let's see. I'll cut it here. I'm going to cut it here and delete this part, so that this is what we have now. And we are done with the first clip. I'm now going to add the second clip, which is a bit longer, and it will be a bit more complicated for me to edit because here I am talking and I'm pretty sure I made some mistakes. So with my talking clips, I like to play them and just listen to see if there are any parts where I am stammering or thinking, saying or I cut all of those parts out. Any long bits of silence I cut out. Even if it's in the middle of my speech, I cut it out just so it is fast and straight to the point. So hi people, my name is Mutombo and this was supposed to be a day in my life vlog. So when you look at the track, you see that there are parts where there seems to be silence. For example, this stretch from here to here, you see that it's silence. I'm just standing there and thinking, goodness knows what I was thinking about. And that's because I ended up all of these empty parts. I need to cut them out. I'll do that and then get back to you. I've edited everything that has to do with my first talking portion of this video. At this point, I don't add any music yet. I don't add any special effects yet. I usually make some notes in my notebook. This is my YouTube notebook. I make some notes here on anything that I would like to change or take note of or remember to add in the end while I am editing. This part is a bit sentimental, so I would like to have my beige borders around it. I'll take these two clips, pull them to the layer above, and then I'll insert a blank beige picture in this space down here. Under media in Filmora, you have this folder here called sample colors. Whenever you want any random colors, you can come and pull them from here. Some people use white, but I want to use my beige color. So I will take my beige background, pull it across this entire space here. Then I'm going to click on one of the clips that I want to reduce, come up to the display, reduce it at the level of the display to whatever size I want it to be, and this is how I achieve this effect, guys. Very simple. I can either repeat that on this clip, or I can come here and copy the effects from here and paste it here. Paste effects. So here we have this my face. I really just want to come here and show my appreciation for the next clip that I want to bring in is the sequence of me making coffee. I want it to be very choppy, and to be honest, I really don't know how I'm going to edit my sequences before I start the editing. I just go through the footage and see how the footage looks, and then I decide how I am going to edit it. From here, I already see that I want it to be very choppy in a similar manner that I edited the way I was making up my bed. I'm going to cut just in front of the first part where I put down the cup. This is the playhead. This thing is called the playhead. I'm just pulling the playhead across the track like this just to see where various things occur in the clip, and that's what helps me edit fast. So I'm going to cut this just here, just as my hand is entering the frame, and I will delete this portion because we don't need it. So we have that, and then I'll cut it immediately after I remove my hand because we don't need the extra footage. I will now come again and cut it just where I am putting in the coffee, delete all the extra footage, and then I cut it just after I remove my hand. I will scroll and look for the next thing that I am bringing in. Okay, I'll cut it just before I'm putting in the sugar, delete the extra footage, and then cut after the sugar has been put down. There it is. Go forward, no action, no need to include that. People must not see, like, people know how to make coffee. Like, once the coffee, one thing that you have to know is that it's not every piece of footage that must enter the vlog, you know. For example, look at the way I'm opening this milk. It doesn't even look like I knew what I was doing there. It wasn't as choppy as the actions that I was taking when I was putting down the cups. So I won't include this section where I am opening the milk. Okay, we can use this. And then we delete every other thing that we don't need. I'm going to take the next clip and add to the track. Let's see. Guys, I really have no idea how I'm going to edit this video because I take about 6 hours to edit my videos, so I don't know if we are going to do this for 6 hours. I think not. So I'm just going to repeat the same thing that we did for the coffee for the rest of this whole breakfast scene, and we are going to see what it looks like in the end. Alright, I want to show you guys this particular scene. So I pick up the plate, I put it back, then I carry my camera into my room, set it up there, arrange the spot where I'm going to come and sit down and eat. Then I go back and come and put in the food. I want to cut it in such a way that as soon as I pick up the plate, it goes all the way to the moment I put it down in the room. So we're going to cut it to somewhere around here. Alright, we'll cut it just before this. Alright, we'll cut it here and delete everything before. So it cuts from here to here. Alright, I find this too slow, so I'll speed it up a bit. So let's watch it back and see how it goes. This is so much better, so much better. Let's look at the breakfast sequence that we just edited. I still find it a bit too long, so I'll go in and I'll shorten some of the clips and maybe increase the speed of some of the clips. This one can be shortened. We can remove this entire sugar part, and then for this we cut here in the middle. We remove this entire part, it's not even necessary. And then Since I have something playing in the background, I'll completely mute that part. And the next one, I'll completely remove this part where I'm showing the packaging of the croissants. It's not even necessary. And that's much better. I'll speed up the portions where I am putting down the cup and the coffee. Okay, let's watch and see what it looks like. I'll speed everything up. I like it fast, so it seems like it's just action, action, action. Let's see what it looks like. This portion where I'm putting down the coffee, I think it is too slow. I'll cut out the middle of it. Cut out this middle and delete it. Let's see how it looks. Yes, that's much better. All right, I think it's important to show you guys this. It's just a simple trick that I do. So if you go through this footage, you'll see that I talk, then I'm trying to show my nails in the camera, and the camera is taking time to focus. Box, they look like this. So I went and bought. You see, the camera takes time to focus. So instead of leaving that whole part where I'm struggling to make it focus in the camera, I cut the entire silent part out where I'm still struggling. I cut the part where the camera finally focused. That is the important part where I was showing whatever it is I was showing on the screen. And then I layer it over the footage where I am actually talking. This is just to reduce the length of the video. And then I reduce the volume so that the footage goes from looking like this, box, they look like this, to looking like this. Out the box, they look like this. You see, it's a bit more abrupt, like people aren't waiting to see what you are trying to show them. So it really is up to you. You must not do it the way I do it, but this is what my timeline is looking like so far. You will see that I have used only 2 tracks. I have just the primary track where I put everything, and then I have the secondary track where I put this and made a few adjustments. But I have done nothing complicated. The only form of editing that I have done is to speed up some parts, reduce the size of the window and put a background behind it, cut my footage in such a way that it goes from action to action. I've not done anything too crazy, but I would say the vlog would look decent with this level of editing. I've not put in any text, so there is still a lot to be done, but this is what we have so far. In the kitchen sequence where I am doing the coffee, I want to do the same thing that I did here. I'll copy the effects from here and then come to where I have my footage and I'll paste it there. If you don't have the option to copy an effect, you can also just do this one clip at a time. Honestly, Filmora only recently updated the software so that it can allow us to copy effects. Before, I used to do this one clip at a time. So I'm just going to adjust the size of this background and then bring it under the clip, because if I leave it over the way it was, it covers the underlying clip. So what I'll do is I'll bring it under so that it is under the coffee sequence. So let's look at what it looks like now. This is alright guys, the next thing that I want to show you guys is this sequence where I am talking and then later I go on to trim my nails. But I don't want this trimming of nails to be on its own. I want to do it while talking. I want the image of me talking to be in a small box on the corner while I do my nails on the big screen. So I'm going to pull this footage of me talking. I've already measured it to make sure that it is the same length with the trimming nails portion, so it's the same length. So I will pull this up to this portion here and then pull the nail trimming sequence under it on the layer below. And then what I'm going to do, you guessed it, I'm going to reduce the size of this screen so that it can expose the portion, so that it can expose the footage just below it. And I will drag it to the corner so you can actually see what I am doing. Okay, so let's play it and see. Into a nail salon to actually remove everything. It looks too basic. I want the small footage to have a border around it, a white border. I'm going to insert a plain white background picture underneath this footage that I've put on top. So I'm going to come to sample colors, pull my plain white background, and then resize it. So to resize it, I just click on the display and then the resize bars come up, and then I just adjust it using the resize bar. You can also use your arrow buttons to move it around. As long as you have clicked on it, you can move it around. It is on the second track, but it doesn't cover the entire thing. So I have to come and pull it, increase the duration of the white border so that it covers the entire thing. When I drag the playhead through, you just see exactly how it looks. When we look at our clips so far, I have edited 1 2 3 4 5 6 clips. So we have not even gone up to half. How many are left? Oh, 10 are left. So we didn't import up to 20. All right, guys, you know the funny thing, we have done all this work, all this editing, and all we have is 2 minutes of footage. 2 minutes. So imagine if you have to apply all of this to a 10-minute long vlog, a 15-minute long vlog. Honestly, editing is patience. When you sit down to edit and you want to apply all these tricks and effects and all of that, it's going to take you some time. But when you get used to it and learn the keyboard shortcuts, well, I haven't gotten to the point where I can take like 2 or 3 hours to edit vlogs. Earlier I said it takes me 6 hours. I just checked. That is a lie. It takes me at least 10 hours to produce a decent vlog for you guys. Well, not only for you guys, because I love producing the vlogs, but for us it's a mutual experience. Let's finish this up. Let's add in some music, and then I'm going to export it and show you guys what the finished product would look like. I'm just going to take this music and drag into my timeline. I told you guys about the fact that when you look at the track, you can tell where the music is silent. So if you look, you'll see that the beginning of this is silent. We don't want it to start in silence. If you put it here and you play, you see that the first part of it is just silence, 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 and that is where the music starts. So I'm going to split it and then delete the silence part, drag this to the front, and let's see. I don't need the music to play while I am talking. Hi people, it's too much. I don't like it. I'm going to cut off the music here and then go into that track where the music is and reduce the volume, make it fade out. When I pull this thing here, it's just to help it fade out. Let me just demonstrate for you guys, because I'm already losing my ability to actually explain these things. I'm so tired of talking. Hi people, you see it faded out. Since it's 2 minutes long, I'm just going to cut out all the parts where I am just talking. I didn't do any heavy editing there, so there's no need for me to include it in the demo footage. Hi people, my name is Mutombo, and this was supposed to be, you guys touched my heart in a very special way. Make some coffee and have breakfast. Pack of press-on nails, no need for filing, no need for anything. Fresh out the box, they look like this. I know that my nails are soft. Tomorrow or later today to a nail salon to actually remove everything. Never again. I'm done with fake nails. I'm done with fake nails. I really thought we were going to be able to edit the entire vlog. I don't know what I was thinking, but I am super tired right now. So let me know if you enjoyed this first part of editing. I've definitely not shown all my tips and tricks to you guys. I have a lot more up my sleeve. You can look at my other vlogs and just see if you like my editing and if you want me to show more of this. This was a very stressful video to make. I don't want to make any more of these videos if you guys are really not interested in me teaching you my editing style. I'm definitely waiting on your feedback before I film the rest of this video. I would say this is my very basic editing. I have not added any text, I've not added any effects or anything of the sort. And if I do a part 2 of this editing video, it's going to be just a continuation of the vlog that we have already started editing, so that when the final thing comes out, you watch the vlog and then you see what went into making that vlog. I don't know, it's 12:30 a.m. I hope I'm making some sense here. It was quite a pleasure filming this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, please subscribe if you haven't yet. And honestly, I always say you guys should leave a thumbs up, but this one, right, with how stressful it was to make this video, right, please, I need that thumbs up. I need it. I've never said this before, but I need that thumbs up for this particular video, this editing video. Without further ado, bye.